here to right here.
Here.
Yeah, I think that to me that seemed like a little redundant. Like you're kind of saying the same thing.
The same thing.
Yeah.
So should I put it in one
idea, or like not necessarily one sentence or paragraph, but one idea, I think would be a little more clear to me.
More clear.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So from here to here, I'm saying the same thing in different words.
Yes. And then you come to right here. And now that I'm seeing it again and really thinking about it, I like how you distill everything. You make your position right here. Nobody can decide who has the right to live or die. I'd like to see more of that developed. Not necessarily more words or just more ways of saying it, but I'd like to feel and hear more of your own, more of your thesis, like why you came to that. But I think that's what the rest of this paper is going to do too. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah.
So this part is all right. Or like you say, I have to put a little more?
Yeah, a little more clarity, a little more...
Or why do I say this?
Exactly. I'm left, like, because you're saying, like, here, life is so valuable that even the worst murderers not betrayed the value of their lives. It is never right to kill another person as punishment. Being imprisoned in life is punishment as well. I do like that point. Sentencing a human being to death actually violates their right. It's going a little bit redundant at that point, but a person can't, but their actions forfeit human rights, and murderers forfeit the right to live. And then I feel like these two are just a little bit, like we talked about before, they're just a little bit opposed if they're like coming from you only. So that there's that, but this part here, nobody can decide who has the right to live or die. I'd like to just see a little more. I'd like, as a reader, I'd want to know a little bit more why you came to that conclusion earlier, and then I'd like to see you tell me everything in the rest of your philosophy paper, you know? So if I know, like, okay, in brief, like, this is, like, the way you forecasted here, like, what it affects, if I could get, like, a little taste of, like, what you believe, or at least why you believe it before you launch into, like, the full-on why you believe it, to me, I would feel a little bit clearer about that. I'd feel a little more satisfied getting to this point. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay.
So, how to fix this one in one main thing. And over here, I have to give you a little more.
Yeah.
Or why I'm saying this.
Yes. Yeah.
Putting this one at the end. Or just keep going up there, right here.
Okay. With that one, you could put it before and give it like a signal sentence, like, after having gone through the ideas of other people, I've come to the conclusion that nobody can decide who lives and dies, or you could say nobody can decide who has the right to live or die. After looking through all the other ideas, I came to this conclusion because... Does that make sense? Yeah. So that can help. There's a book that I have. It's called They Say, I Say, and it's kind of like a template book for writers to go and, like, because some of them, like, you'll notice, like, when I was speaking right now, like, I have your sentence, and then I had, like, this little piece I would put in between and then go into the rest. This book has a bunch of those in it, so it might be something you might want to check out on your own, because it really, it helped me with transitions. So maybe that might be something you'd like to look into, because for me, I have a giant library full of grammar books, and I've been collecting them since I was about 14. So I like to go, and it's a bunch of other stuff other than just grammar, like, you know, writing creatively and stuff like that. But that book, though, of all the ones I had, it really helped me understand how to move things and present my ideas. So maybe that might be something you want to look into, and you can just check it out on your own and do stuff like that.
It's a real book or e-book?
It does both, but you can find it. I think they have a copy here, and let's write it down. It's called They Say I Say.
Oh, they say I say.
It's They Say I Say, and that goes into, like, the first part talks about summarize, like the they say, and this is actually something about the citations we were talking about earlier. That when you say other people's ideas, it's not you saying them, it's that they say it. You're just saying that they said it. But when you come to your own ideas, that's the I say part. And in writing, those are really important because if you're going and saying, well, they say capital punishment is just great, and I say it's garbage, then that's a huge disconnect. But being able to move between them and summarize those ideas is pretty powerful, like writing tools, you know? So it's really simple stuff, but it does help. So I think it might be something you want to check out on your own if you want. It's pretty fun. I found it fun at least.
It's a small book,
It's a
fancy book.
I think it's like $10. Yeah, it's pretty. Let me see if I have a copy here, so you just kind of get a quick little preview of it. It's this one right here. So if you want to write down the authors and stuff, it might have some stuff to help you, like with those transitions and stuff.
That sounds interesting. Maybe I buy it.
Yeah, okay, cool. And if not, I would say just go check out the library. So you can just see if you like it, you know?
All right.
All right, all right, cool.
They said, I said.
Yeah. And the authors are Graff and Birkenstein.
You know? All right.
All right, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it later.
Sounds good. Okay, so I think we've covered a lot so far here.